Nicky Hawkins, outside the Understanding West Ham Fan TV, with Louis from 100% Chelsea. Strolling in the park with you a lot tonight.
I want to say it wasn't just, but
It
I don't know.
was. It was.
It was. It was. I thought we defended well. The player I was most worried about was Andy Carroll. I thought Andy Carroll could have caused huge problems for us, but we seemed to control him very well. I mean, you remember when you talking outside Stamford Bridge? You know, you guys gave us a hell of a game, that first game of the season, but then it just seemed that, I don't know, the fight seemed to have drained from you guys, and I can understand it being here. I mean, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. There was no atmosphere, and obviously I can understand why. You know, you didn't have much to cheer about because, you know, we controlled the game so well. But you know, even for us, I could barely hear our own fans. I could barely hear the people next to me because of how open it is. The acoustics, if you're going to be very technical, but it's just not. It's just not a football stadium. And I mean, the worst thing for me, I thought was the worst part was, I didn't notice it when I was walking in, but when I walked out, I felt the scaffolding under my feet. I felt it, and I looked down, and there was seats, and it just didn't feel right. I mean, as I'm not talking as a Chelsea fan, I'm talking as someone who loves football. It's just so sad to see, because it's not this. The worst thing about it as well is it's not just going to be West Ham. We're going to have that problem, I think, with our new stadium for a little bit. Arsenal have had that problem. Spurs are going to have that problem. Football in general is just turning into a money-making machine, which obviously it's going to with the commercial factor and how everything's being generated currently. But
Louis, seeing as we're getting into this debate, right? I was having this conversation with someone the other day. Do they need to build these gargantuan, soulless shitholes? Because at the end of the day, the people that come through that gate are a drop in the ocean to the money that comes in from the TV. What do they need to build these for?
to look good for the TV. It's aesthetics. I mean, when I was walking up to it, you could see, you know, it looks fantastic. It looks great. Well, in my
What are
opinion,
you looking at? Because I've looked at this for months, mate, and it looks like a shithole to me.
I thought it looked great for, you know, the whole perspective when you had the whole spiral slide bollocks in front of it as well. But
Been
the
down that slide yet?
no, I don't think I'd fit, mate. But I think it's just to look good for TV. If you have people in seats in a stadium, it looks like it used to be when there was a bit more purity about it. I mean, for me, the golden age of football, even though I can't really remember it because I was so young, obviously, I'd say I watch it back as well, like the '98 or sort of '90s all the way through to '06 for me, because you had like Rivaldo, you had Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, then you had the great England team, but then you had all these fantastic players, and it seemed a lot more pure, and it was sort of just when it was starting to tip to commercial, but there was still a purity about it, and now you just look at it and you just know that's just a commercial factor. If you've got the brain about you won't look at football in the same way anymore. I'm going to grow up where football was all about the commercial factor, where it's not really about the fans anymore. I much the experience. They're just happy that I bought a pie and a bovril just to keep warm, and obviously I want to try pies at every ground I go.
47 quid.
It was you know, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty
But it was
much.
like, you know, to them it's just they're making money, it's generated, and that's all that comes out of it, and it just affects the whole fan base.
Yeah, I mean, get back to the game, Lou. Who can stop Chelsea now? I mean, we've got to put up more of a fight than we did tonight, but who can stop Chelsea? It just looks like you're steamrolling it.
City, United, we got two big games there. You know, if we lose both of those, that drops the points to a 4 point gap, and you know that's catchable. But at any point of the season, you know, there's still quite a few games left. If it hits the 5 point, you know, there's 5 games left, 10 point gap. That's it for me. I think, you know, we will win the league, but right now I'm just sort of taking each game as it comes, just in case.
And what about us? How do we compete again?
First of all, you need a striker and a right back. After speaking to a lot of West Ham fans and watching you guys, you need that. I feel the scariest thing about going to West Ham over the years, I was never lucky enough
The
to
walk
go.
from the station
The
for you,
walk
mate.
Walk from the station
Yeah,
for me.
mate.
But you know, it was the the whole thing when you were at the Berlin ground. It was you know, I heard the stories how loud it was, you know, the floor shook and all that. It brought a fear factor. You know, no. And it's as well as that. If what you need if to start competing really is a huge influx of revenue, huge influx where you can just go right. We have, that's for the sake of argument, say got 100 million quid here, right? Let's spend 50 million on this striker. Let's spend 25 million on that right back. Right, okay, we've got some great players here. Right, let's build around it now. And that's why, I'm being honest, if we without Abramovich, we wouldn't be successful. We would be in liquidation. We wouldn't exist. But then obviously he pumped all that money in. We built spine. You know, that spine lasted for ages. We built around it. And then, you know, it's you need that really in football now. Leicester, let's be honest, they were a blip.
Yeah.
You look at reality, Man City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, when they
want
were
to.
winning, when they want to. These are teams with revenue and money, and that's what wins you titles. It's money, and that's the unfortunate thing now.
Okay, lovely, Louis. Anyway, pleasure to catch up with you. Good luck with the rest of the season, mate. I really mean that.